This is like BTS, the incel song. Hello humanity, my name is Comedian and I've got a fun little project for today because I was reacting to the Rise of Bangtan recently, a great series, check it out. And I was watching the clip about Boy in Love, one of their first songs, and noticing how it has themes that I think they probably would distance themselves from now. And at the time, I realized they have a song called Boy with Love, and I wondered if that was almost like their statement of their progression or something like that. And people in the comments said, probably yeah. And I said, maybe I should do a reaction to both of them at the same time. Wouldn't that be interesting? And they said, probably yeah, I don't know. Leave me alone. So here I am doing just that. I think it would be quite interesting to see the progression from a song, Boy in Love, which is 2014, and then Boy with Love, which I guess is like 2019 or something. Let's see if I can find it out quickly without losing the will to live. Yeah. 2 years ago, so probably 2019. That's how maths works, I guess. So 5 years between these songs, and I definitely know BTS in their current form, their current eagle, phoenix, egg form, whatever, versus their old form. I think it will be really interesting to see the progression between these two songs and talk about it. If you think it will be interesting, then just keep watching. Also subscribe, definitely do that please, and definitely do check out my Patreon. I've got lots of stuff like this, exclusive content around BTS and Bon Voyage, and you get to tell me what to react to on a weekly basis, on any tier, which is great. Anyway, that's my spiel out of the way. I'm a human being, I like money, send it to me, but let's do this reaction first, yeah? First up, Boy in Love. Classic baby BTS, getting saucy in the schoolroom. Their second mini what? Mini muffin? See, and again, a difference you can already notice, if you hadn't noticed, or if you are me and just watch BTS back to front for some reason, is that, I think as people have pointed out, they don't really tend to have females, or just, you know, other non-members in their music videos these days. It's very much like, here we are as a band, and we can portray all these themes, and then you can draw your own conclusions kind of thing, which I think is good. And I think moving away from an industry where it's like a lot of songs, and then they're like, here's my song, and here's a lovely lady, is good, because it stops, you know, objectifying women and having them just be objects everywhere all the time, which is probably good. This has got like a funky porn soundtrack, which is weird. They've all seen her. They say, look, a lady. Quick, I need my lady talking to CD. Why is Jimin a janitor at this school? What did he do into the band to get given this role in the music video? A lady. A school love affair. Interesting. Oh, wow. It really went straight there. This is so different from current BTS stuff. Why are you shaking my heart, Mr. Heart Surgeon? Are you registered and qualified? What? Is that, why don't you just ask him? Come on, people. Communication is key in our society. Just ask him. That's cute. I like how Jungkook was like, how did Dad ask him out? You know, I'm just like dust, like jelly in front of her. And then RM's like, I just keep being serious and arguing with you. It's like, well, they have two very different approaches, clearly. Wait, is that like a reference to how in one of their other debut videos, or I think earlier songs, they said, you know, oh, society is ridiculous, it has this pressure on kids to go to good university, and now he's being like, well, I'll go to good university if you're at it, which is funny if that is what the thing is. That's like that angry male thing of being like, women get all the attention. Why is it fair that, I have to feel like I'm easy because I want the ladies and I have to ask them out because, we live in a patriarchal society, and that's what the men of the past decided should be the thing that women should be asked out, like property. That's a whole separate conversation. But anyway, this is like BTS, the incel song. If they're making fun of you, then maybe find someone else. That's my suggestion. This is like Linkin Park, but like the preschool edition. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. Like, the progression is real, people. The progression is real. Like, if people were like, react to BTS comedian in like 2020 or whatever, and then I watch this, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I mean, sure, but I'm good, thanks. And to qualify, just this, like, that's the irony. Because I get the feeling, I think people have mentioned maybe, and just you can kind of tell from the song itself that this isn't the music they necessarily wanted to make. Like, Hitman Bang was like, you gotta have, a crazy love song in your album. And the songs they wanted to make was the songs that they did make about, which are very, very different thematically and tonally, about, how the society system is broken and school is broken. That stuff. It's potent. It would have been more fitting thematically if they had, mature songs about love too. This is quite an immature song about love. But hey, the progress is real. I'd love some mango juice right now. I'm all out. I like those like Deathly Hallow earrings V is wearing. That's another Harry Potter reference. I have other stuff in my life, don't I? Do I? I've got to stop. Oh, the bad girl. Oh, you're a... One vanishes? Is that like, as in like they start typing and then it vanishes? This is so funny, and this firmly dates itself in like 2014 really. Like, Facebook Messenger is cool. Like, I don't think any like Zoomers, as they say, are on Facebook or Messenger, which is a good thing. Congratulations, guys, saving yourself from just another terrible, terrible social media platform. This is like... problematic is the word I would say. Just like, I mean, I saw a clip that's obviously like shaking. Don't shake anyone, let alone a lady, I feel like if you wanted to justify it or something, you could maybe say like this is mentally, him showing his frustration, but we have a video demonstrate. It's just awkward. It's just... It's so funny thinking of how like wholesome their themes about mental health and love are now, where now back then they're being like, if you want me to cry, I'll do it for you. Like, if you want to be in a relationship with anyone who wants you to do X to be with them, don't do X and find someone else. That's advice you can take with you for free. Like, just don't... If there's conditions to be with somebody, then obviously you're not right together because they want to put conditions on it, Because conditions is basically just a different way of paying for something. It's like, yeah, you can be with me for £500. Like, well, no then. Definitely not. I mean, 400, sure. 500's outrageous. Here it comes. Oh no. Hey, who was that in that little scene? I feel like they all are pushing her around. Was that... Okay, that looks like Jin, I think. But whoever it is, I think I read that in the comments, which is why I love my comments. I just love it, how much I learn from there. I think I read that whoever this is, maybe it wasn't even the scene, but I think it was... They literally, during the filming, they apologized profusely after doing this scene because they didn't want to do it. Like, I think that sums up this song in general. Like, this, I think it's impressive. Like, even back then, this wasn't really them. Like, they still sang it. Like, now they would refuse to sing it, which is interesting. But obviously, back then, they were kids. They did as they were told, pretty much. They were like, and that's how it is in the entertainment industry. But they still didn't really want to do this. Like, this doesn't really seem like it was like their thing, which I think I respect, because I don't think I would judge them that much if they had written these lyrics in earnest and filmed this video in earnest, been like, yeah, it's great. We threw a lady against some lockers. That was brilliant. Like, if they'd grown up and realized the error of their ways, I would be like, that's fine. But I think it's actually quite wholesome and heartwarming to think that they didn't really want to do this even back then. Oh dear, yes, dragging a lady by her wrists. Very modern. It's so funny that they're trying to do the bad boy image. It's like, how can we make BTS be bad boys? I guess, you know, some eyeliner and make sure their hair is black. That should do it. That will definitely, you know, counteract the fact they all have like adorable baby faces. Wait, he was dragging they're in for his friend. That's really bad. That's even worse somehow in my head. I don't know if that makes sense, but like it's like group coercion. Like, oh, it's worse if it's one person participating. They're all guilty now. They're all like they're all in on this crime. This is very strange. This is slightly more wholesome or slightly better. It's the only time I'd say that sounded like auto-tune. Probably wasn't, but just like the weird way that unwound, like yeah. Was that RM dunking his nuts in a basketball? No, that's Sugar. Sugar dunking his nuts. He dunked his biscuit. He dunked. Sugar is dunking in a basketball net. That looks painful. Let's put it that way. Vinny with the ruffled hair. Okay, now interestingly, I don't think the lyrics are as bad as the video. Like I think that earlier on there's some stuff in there that is a bit questionable, but it's definitely more the video that's letting that song down. I don't know. I think it's very interesting. I think I covered it during the song, how I feel about that quite well. I really do think it does seem to me to be more a case of like, you know, a song that they basically had to put in. Like even back then, this wasn't the song they wanted to be making, which is interesting. And I honestly don't think, like having watched it, there's parts that are bad, but I actually thought it would be worse, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Anyway, now it is time to cleanse our brain. Eye bleach, BTS eye bleach, brain bleach, which is bad for you. Don't take brain bleach. Boy With Love, the modern, updated, remastered version, maybe. Halsey, it's got a music video. Cool. Let's see how this all ties in together. Let's do this. Quick sip. I'm ready to talk more bollocks. Let's go. I'm guessing that's Halsey. Could be V with a crazy haircut. Prob's not. Yeah, I don't know pop stuff, so forgive. Look at these colors. Is this the same like set where they filmed Dynamite? It looks like it. Wait, I said set, but someone said that was all computer generated. I guess that's just how good computer generation is now. If this is computer generated, I guess it has to be, because like, where is there just a... Guys, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna get too distracted thinking about this. Is this a set or is this computer generated? And if so, like, I don't know. Thematically, whatever it is very similar looking to Dynamite, which is interesting. It seems like a refutation of okay, now I want to know. It does seem like a refutation of Boy In Love already, because they were all wearing pink instead of black, which I think is a huge, you know, symbolically is huge, in my opinion. And how does this one start? Because I have a suspicion that's probably wrong. Okay, yeah. So the first thing we see in this is the boy. I was getting confused because I remember there was an early shot with the lady, or the lady's legs, which is a bit, you know, bit bad. It's thematically just, you know, here's her legs. That's all you need to know, boys. Am I right, fellas? Who are? But in this one, we see the lady first, which I think, again, is quite... It's literally like yin and yang at this point. Okay, anyway. And pink. So pink. Like the opposite, thematically, color-wise. So already I'm noticing those two deliberate polar opposites. And V's looking very smug about his lollipop. Very wholesome already. It's you in a pink leotard, clearly. This really does seem like quite deliberately so different so far. It's like, you know, you look so lovely. I want to have every picture of you by my, you know, even the bad ones, presumably. I think that's what that's going at. Like, this is like very wholesome love song. I want to learn about you. Not like I want you no matter what. I want to learn about you. Again, these are much more emotionally matured love themes. I want you tuned into my eyes. Eyes are the window to the soul, as Cascade once said, I believe. It was either Cascade or Shakespeare, one or the other. Two modern greats. But yeah, I want you tuned into my eyes. And think about how that compares to the other one. Like, I want you to be tuned to my eyes. I want you to see into my soul. I want us to see eye to eye. Versus, I want to push you against a locker. Like... I must have heard this in the cafe or something. That oh my sounds familiar. The pastel colors in this are just lovely. This just looks exactly like the Dynamite movie, MV. Pretty good CGI, but I don't know if they got the color of the color of the couch that comes down. Bit different compared to the one they get on. Maybe they used it a lot. Turns ordinary into extraordinary. Okay. My brain just froze for a second. I like him walking on the piano. And notice how all of the compliments in this seem to be very much about the personality. I don't know if Boy in Love was necessarily like, you know, oh, you got big old badonka honkers, but it was much more kind of like, you know, ooh, you're a bad girl kind of thing. Like, this is very much like just focusing on the soul, on the emotions. Okay, that again seems like a very direct refutation. I say something like Destiny was never my thing. And I feel like in the first song, in Boy in Love, they go on about how it's destiny, like, oh, you will be with me, we're supposed to be together. Like, that theme is very much there. Against this, that seems like a very much a callback and refutation of it. It's interesting. Oh man, this like Peach Picasso background. I'm loving it. I'm gonna keep you safe, wholesome. I'm flying high, but with the wings you gave me. Even that is like, I think there's something quite deliberately like, you know, like equal footing about that. It's like you make me fly high. I'm flying high in the sky, but with the wings you gave me. You know, it's very much like strong consent, kind of back and forth type theme in there. Are they all in love with Halsey? Because that's going to be awkward. Like, even if you're like into polygamy, like, sorry, seven handsome men is a lot. This has to be like a place that stuff's recorded at. I guess that's called a studio. Like, this looks like something I saw in an Anita video once. Like, this just looks so familiar. I wonder if they just have this set up somewhere in LA or something, and they just have different LED banners ready to go to complete the look. Or it could just be like a animation preset, I don't know. Who knows these days? These crazy computers the kids are using. It's all computerized CGI nowadays. Nothing's real anymore. Oh, RM. Please do. I'm not sure this is a deliberate link again, but Elevated Sky, Expanded Halls, I mean, like half of the footage, half of the focus in the first, well, not first, but in Boy in Love was halls, school corridors, school hallways. Interesting. And sometimes I was a little stuck up, like that's almost like apologizing for his persona in that music video, maybe. The white suit and the umbrella. Oh, I got background dancers, wow. That's quite rare in a... Well, I guess ON disqualifies that. I kind of get it. I kind of get it. Not fully on board, but I kind of get it. Interesting. I'm surprised Halsey didn't have her own verse. Maybe it's like shorter in the music video, but it doesn't look like it. Anyway, that was a cute BTS little love ditty. Very modern BTS style. You know, very wholesome themes. Not spreading negative ideas and imagery of love, which I've always appreciated. You know, I guess I've obviously mostly seen modern BTS stuff. When I watched their love songs, I appreciated that they like... You know, if they are just pure love songs, they are just that, quite pure and wholesome and stuff. And then you have stuff like fake love, which really kind of dives into a different aspect of love, which a lot of pop bands just don't even talk about. Or, you know, pop bands that happen to chart in the pop charts, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm quite happy with that. I think my suspicion was correct. You know, maybe some of that stuff you could say is more extrapolating something out of nothing, but that's kind of my job after all. I extrapolate words from my brain when there's no thoughts up there, which is always an interesting experiment. But I really do feel like, you know, it's quite a conscious decision you have to think to call it Boy With Love when their song Boy In Love came first. It's pretty obvious what they've done there. And yeah, it could not be more opposite. The songs could not be more opposite. Like, if you view that as a progression, as a maturing, as a statement of you know, where they are now, like, I think it's very, very clear what the message is, like right down from the beginning, where, you know, where the lady is the focus rather than they are the focus, and they're all wearing pink and various flamingo colors. It's basically what it looks like. This scene right here, the very intro scene, it looks exactly like, you know, flamingos mating circles. If you've ever seen beauty documentaries, then yeah, when flamingos come together to mate, you get colors a lot like this. And I think that says everything about this music video. Yeah, I just think it's very interesting to see that progression. It's very nice, it's very wholesome. And I think it's also nice that, like, you know, I'm not really convinced that even back when they did make songs about love that were just completely old-fashioned and just, you know, and had, like, kind of, like, problematic, like, kind of sexist, like, pushy, consent-blurring themes in that. It doesn't even seem like they really wanted to make that music themselves anyway. Which I have to respect. I feel like when you think about a lot of celebrities and their relations with controversy and scandals and stuff, like BTS, like they've been pretty nice people since the beginning, which is nice. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my reaction to both of those songs, my perspective on their progression. Do you agree? Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about this topic or other topics, such as comedian looks classy in polo shirts. Discuss. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel if you want to see more of these reactions. That's how YouTube works, people. Hello. And do check out my Patreon in the description for Run BTS and Bon Voyage reactions, as well as my Discord and social media and stuff like that. Lots of fun to be had in the description. The description is the place to be these days, quite frankly. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Please have a lovely day and week and stuff like that. Goodbye, humans. Bye-bye. And remember, if you like this reaction to BTS's progression, then click the subscribe button for more reaction sessions. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my.